If I was a girl, I'd run the city, kissing boys in the street, hiking up my mini. Back in high school, would have been the girl to beat. Football player's number on my cheek, cheating on him with his best friend Pete. Small town moms calling me fast, but I rode him slow in the backseat. It would have been a blast, feeling girly and Shirley. You know all of this is made up, cause I'm just a gay guy who's a little high, feeling a little girly. Feeling a little girly.
Welcome to Feelin Girlie. I'm your host, Dylan Carlino. Hi, girls. Hi, ladies. Welcome back to Feelin Girlie. I'm your host, Dylan Carlino. Okay, so what's going on today is that this is the second episode of Feelin Girlie, and I've been thinking a lot about female friendships and the difference between men and women, and the difference between male and female friendships. We are sitting here with my producer, Ariel, and her lovely boyfriend, Josh, who did nothing, and... He's just kind of here sitting around. Me and Ariel kept looking at him being like, Josh doesn't really do anything. But the joke is he set everything up. But we were just talking about how because I'm gay, a lot of our friends think that sometimes I think men, they categorize us as women because we're gay. And we were talking about how that's just not the case. Like we were talking how I'm 6'5". Like I could probably kill him. And... if I wanted to. If I really wanted to, I could slap the shit out of him and he would be begging for his mom's help. And also, I could probably beat the shit out of your husband as well. If you're watching this, I will beat up your boyfriend for you girls. Okay. But I've been thinking a lot about friendship and the difference between being friends with men and women, because I have been so lucky in life. I have not been lucky in life when it comes to love and relationships. I've been actually I would actually argue and say that it's been dog shit my whole life. But I feel very blessed to have so many incredible friends, and doing all of these If I Was a Girl videos and doing this podcast has made me think about my original friend group, the sluts, as we call them. And it's so funny to me that I look back now too, because it was like, I feel like at one point right after high school, if you said like, I would never go back to high school. And now that I'm 30, I'm like, I would like to go one day back to high school to hang out with these girls, because now we're all in different parts of the country. But God, things were crazy. And I was thinking about this morning, because you know how like when men don't have any friends and are incels, they become like school shooters or like really bad guys. I feel like girls who don't have good girlfriends become like guy girls, which is, I think, the worst. You know, like, Ariel, do you have any girlfriends? Do you have
like the pick-me's?
Yeah, the pick-me's of the world. I hate the word. And I just quickly want to say, if you haven't watched my videos, I really hate when people say that Meredith Grey is the original pick-me, and I don't believe that's true. But did you have a good group of girlfriends?
I did, yeah, and I'm still friends with a bunch of them too.
Oh, thank God, yeah. because you moved here recently, and I only know you through Josh, and I was thinking this morning, like, oh my God, what if my producer is a guy's girl, boyfriend girl? And
well, I don't have a lot of friends overall in general.
Okay, and that's okay. and that's okay. Wow. Okay, I have a producer with no friends. That's fine. That's really okay with me.
Oh, wow.
But I really want you to have, well, we're friends.
Yes.
We should hang out outside of the podcast. Yeah, I think that'd be nice. And I could introduce you to some fun girls.
I don't think you would have fun.
Why?
Like, hanging out with me.
Why?
This is why I don't have friends. I'm not good at
that's not true,
talking
Ariel.
or having friends.
That's not true. We have a wonderful time. Listen, we're not gonna, on this podcast, no one has bad self-esteem except for me. Okay, the only person who's allowed to hate, and I just quickly want to say that if you ever hear me talk poorly about myself, I don't like my body. I'm one of the best people you will ever meet in your entire life. And so you don't have to worry about that. And the body's being fixed. And I know it's triggering to people, but I've been thinking a lot about Josh loves that. I've been thinking a lot about female friendship, and I want to say that I believe that female friendship is better than male friendship. It is better. It's so different because now I have so many straight male friends, and what they offer in friendship is really nice for certain things. Like I only knew female friendship for so long. Like, so I knew that women, they they show up for you. They give you their leftover food when they're done eating it. Like which I love that. They're always like, I had friends growing up. I'd be like, no, I don't want it, and they'd be like, hold it out the car window, and they'd be like, if you don't eat it, I'm gonna throw it out the window. I'd be like, okay, I'll eat it. I like that. But women like care about your feelings and ask how your day were. And now I have straight male friends where I have a friend who I asked him how his day was one time, and he goes, don't ask me that. He said, don't ask me how my day was. I was like, I think this is what friendship is. Like, why wouldn't I be able to ask you how your day was? And he was like, it's bullshit. And I was like, okay. So what is nice about male friendship is that it's really low stakes. It's kind of like, it's like fast food. It's like, yeah, you'll get full, but like after a while of eating it, you'll be pretty sick, because it just doesn't fulfill me in the same way. But it's a great hang. It really is. It tastes so good while you're doing it. But afterwards you go like, he doesn't even know me. He doesn't even know who I am. My female friends, I give them a look. They go like, oh, that's because in 8th grade. You know what I mean? Like they know everything about me. And I do miss that. But I've been thinking, because I was always thinking about like, are you a boyfriend girl? Like in the sense that like when you get a boyfriend, you ditch all of your friends?
Maybe, but like I didn't really have the friends to begin with.
Ariel.
She's downplaying this. She's got a core group of friends. She thinks she doesn't have friends because she moved to Austin and hasn't met any of her girlfriends here.
Even in Florida.
What are you talking about? I can name like 10 of your closest friends.
It's fine. It's fine.
Isn't it? Oh my God, Josh is being so aggressive right now. Josh, you're scaring
defending
us.
her honor.
You're scaring
Has friends.
Didn't that almost feel like, in Girls, I think we all know this, that felt like a hostage situation where he was just kind of like, she has friends. And it's like, whoa, Josh, what are you trying to cover up? Like, it's almost...
She needs to. She feels bad about.
She doesn't need to do anything.
No, right.
She can do whatever she wants.
She has friends. She was literally the maid of honor at a girl's wedding too.
Okay, Ariel, you were the maid of. Oh my God, the dream.
And she's invited to she was also a bridesmaid and 2 other people. She's got friends.
No, that's not true. That one's not true.
Okay, wait. You were a maid of honor?
Yes.
The dream of being a maid of honor. That's so special. I really feel like that's the hardest part about being gay. And I will say it's not being kicked out of my house. I didn't get kicked out of my house, but it's not like the hate crimes. It's that when your best girlfriend gets married, you're not going to be the maid of honor. And by the way, I wouldn't want to be the maid of honor. I'm not good at planning things. I'm not good. Like, I wouldn't be able to throw a good wedding shower. I would be, you know what I am at a wedding to my best friend? I go into a room and I go, do you need to run? Should we get out of here? If you want to leave him right now, I will pack up all of your shit.
That's important.
I think that's so much more important than the maid of honor, because the maid of honor, it's like, sure, she knows color schemes. I'm never gonna. I don't know what color you should pick. What's best. By the way, I'm not like a fun gay guy who is like, let's go shopping. You know what I mean? I like smoke cigarettes and I'm like, tell me how your mom abused you. You know what I mean? Like you can get down and dirty with me. You know what I mean? But there is something so sad about the fact that like my girlfriends are never going to ask me to be their maid of honor, even though how close you are. And listen, and maybe this is like homophobic of me, but I also don't like when the gay friend is the maid of honor in pictures. I go, it's kind of ruined the aesthetic for me. I just don't think that it's like the right look. You know what I mean? Like, and not to be like crazy traditional, but like, you know what girls love to offer when you can't be the maid of honor when you're gay? They love to go, would you officiate the wedding? And it's like, you don't want me officiating the wedding. I'm a self-obsessed, narcissistic gay man who's going to make it all about me. You know what I mean? There's no way that I'm not going to be like cracking jokes. It's not about you guys anymore. It's not about your love. It's not about your story. It is now me. And why am I picturing myself in like a full-on like priest drape? Like with like the thing, not religious.
I don't think you have to wear that.
I know you don't have to wear it, Ariel, but it's like, it's either that or like a bedazzled like scarf. You know what I mean? Like it's there's just no way that if I was that's why I can't be the maid of honor, because I would make it about me. But the idea of being a bridesmaid or a maid of honor and being in that group and like, because there's always drama with somebody acting up in the bride. And I love that. So I love a girl who kind of has like a bad attitude in the bride. And we're all talking about like, can you believe that Lindsay said, it's like, it's not even her day, it's Clarissa's day, you know? And it's like, she's been waiting for love for her entire life, and she finally met Josh, and well, I don't know why I used her name, but you know, and then it's like, and now it's all about Lindsay, and her dog's sick, and all of her dog had to go to the hospital. It's like, it's Lindsay, it's just crazy to me. But yeah, it really makes me sad that I'm not going to be the maid of honor at any of my friends' wedding. I also love when someone picks a maid of honor out of obligation and not out of like pure and other heart. Like when they're like, wow, it has to be my sister because she'll lose her mind. I love a girl with a crazy sister who's like, well, wait, I have to pick Stephanie because if I don't, she'll like beat my ass. And so it can't be you, even though I do feel closer to you. But yeah, I love female friendship. I think it's a lot better. Although I was thinking a lot today, do you have a female friendship breakup, Ariel? Because I feel like that is a canon event. When you dabble in female friendship, there's always one. I feel like there's one that's always worse than like any breakup I've ever had.
I had one friend that we're not really friends anymore, but it wasn't like a crazy dramatic thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I just feel like the vibes got weird, and then I kind of just like stopped talking to her.
I know. Do you think about her a lot?
Every once in a while I do, and I feel bad, and then I wonder if I should like reach out.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
No, 100%. Because I dabble in female friendship. I know exactly. I know it's like a drug. I'm like, yeah, dude. I have a friend who, and I'm not going to give too many specifics away because I actually don't even know how I would feel. Because what I've learned about podcasting is that if you talk about somebody, they will hear it. They might not hear it this week, this month, and so you should always try. And if you listen to my other podcast, you know that I have not learned that lesson because I talk about in a really crazy way, but and I don't give any like you know, signifiers or qualifiers of who these people are, but you know, I'm trying to be more respectful when I talk about other people, especially as the platform is growing online. And I have a friend who like, we best friends in high school. We were like very, very close. I like someone who like I would consider to be family, and you know, I'm not going to get into like the nitty gritty of like all the things that happened and things and how things changed, but someone who I was like, this is someone who will be in my life for the rest of my life. And then it's, you know, what's harder about friendship breakups is when you're the one to make the mistake. Like I made a huge mistake in this friendship when I was 24, 25. I was living across the country and she was getting married, and like very last minute I was like, I was still drinking. I was like very selfish at the time, very involved in my life in Portland, and I had like shows going on and opportunities for comedy, which now looking back like did not matter, like did not make anything. Even if I got all those opportunities that were available, nothing would have happened from them. So I think that's what sucks, is that I chose not to go to her wedding. And I think I thought like, she'll understand. And I think in a way she did. And also I'm not like someone who comes from money. So I like didn't have the money to go really.
Where was it? Sorry.
It was back in Massachusetts. So it was across the country.
Flown.
But you know what? And maybe this isn't right. It is like, I feel like now everyone's talking about like, well, I would have to do this or I would have to do that. And what's like, to me, I like take friendship very seriously, and she knows that. And so to me, it's like, I should have made it work. I could have made it work. And I chose to skip the wedding due to like comedy stuff, which was like a huge mistake.
But it's work stuff for you.
But I am at this point, I'm like
valid.
4 years into, I've been doing stand up for 10 years now. I'm like 4 years in, and like the humiliating part, it was like an audition to be on like NBC. Like, yeah, like it was like, what is that show that's like, like All American Talent? Like, what is that show?
America's Got Talent.
America's Got Talent. All American Talent. I just called America's Got Talent All American Talent. You know, All American Talent. It's hillbilly singing. You know, which honestly, let's produce that. You know, All American Talent. Oh, I'm an All American girl looking for All American Talent, and today I'm singing Carrie Underwood. Jesus, take the wheel. God, Republicans love that song.
She was at the inauguration too.
Yeah, well, you know, she also, you know what's so funny about Carrie Underwood is like, I think she like when she like got plastic surgery, and then was like, hey guys, I was in a really bad accident, and the next time you see me, I'm not gonna look the same. And then she like showed up looking exactly the same, and we were like, yeah, years ago. But nobody cares about Carrie Underwood. Although I used to watch her videos on, remember back in the day when it was like you actually used YouTube for like music videos? I would just watch, and they were so beautiful. I really love country music, and I would listen to her music, but you know, I'm really more of a Miranda Lambert girl. I've seen her live a bunch where she's kind of like, yeah, I'm on my front porch with a shotgun. He's just getting out of jail. Why don't you come down for me? I love that. But I didn't go to this girl's wedding, and I think afterwards, also, like, you know, when you're 25 and you don't know that you should, like, and I'm also like dirt poor, like I come from like white trash, like I didn't know you're supposed to send like a wedding gift, you know what I mean? And not that she even cares about that, you know what I mean? And then whatever, there's also like, I'm not gonna get into it, but yeah, it like severely severed our friendship in a way. And not, you know what's even worse about these kind of friendship breakups is that they don't, like, it's like a silent war. It wasn't like...
But yeah, did she say, like...
No.
Oh, I can't believe you didn't come or anything?
No, but it was like...
But after that, you guys stopped talking?
Yeah, it was like frozen out. And at first I was like, well, she just got married. She's doing her own thing. But, you know, and then it was like years into this, like... And we are in the same friend group. So then it's like me, you know, drunk, crying to my other friend, being like, is she ever going to talk to me again? And... I probably think about that situation. I think out of all of my regrets, that is, and I would have made a lot of mistakes. I would choose to go to that girl's wedding, because even now, like when I first moved to Austin, I like got sober, and I was like not in the program, but I was like making amends, and I was like, if I could talk with you, and you know, she was, and we had a long conversation. I remember I was at Trader Joe's, and it was like so funny where these like crazy big moments happen in your life where it was like, you know, she was like, she's like, you know, we were young, and I shouldn't have put you across the country, and I shouldn't have put that kind of pressure on you to come back. And I was like, no, but I should have dropped everything. I should have been there. And it's like, yeah, you're good. But there's something about those types of friendship breakups where you'll never go back to where you are, even after the big conversations. And you know, it's funny now because she lives in Texas. She lives in Houston. And you know, there is communication, but because I have this weird thing, because it was my fault it broke, that I can't be the one to like push for the friendship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't.
The ball's in her court.
Yeah. I do actually. She did just have a baby, and I was like, newly have a little bit of money from TikTok, and I was like, oh, I should send her something on a registry. And I do think that was a good first step, because she has swiped up on my stories a couple of times and said nice things, and I thought, you know what, we're back. I would hate for her to see this, but not that it's bad, and I didn't send it out of like, I wasn't like sending it in a manipulative way. I truly was like, oh, she's had like 2 kids and a wedding, and I didn't send anything. And I was like, oh, people with money and like who are adults send gifts when big moments happen. And but like, it is sad that I'm like, I do think about it even now. I'm like, ugh, I would say multiple times a week, I think, wow, that was a big mistake. But you really can't go back. And it's just interesting how people who can be so important in your life, years later, you're like, fucking strangers. And it's like, yeah, it's devastating.
Yeah.
And you and your friend are also never going to get back together. Okay. And say that, Ariel. Say that into the mic right now. Say, me and my friend also. But do you feel bad, or would you reach out to her?
I've thought about it, but I just feel like it would be uncomfortable. Like,
yeah, not worth it.
Not even not worth it. I guess I just feel like kind of an embarrassment, and I don't know. I think it would be fine if I did, but then there's the fear that they would just read it and like not even respond, and then it's like, I don't know. Then like it hurts kind of like your ego. I don't know.
No, for sure.
One day I might.
Yeah, I am also like a psycho where I go like, it'll all come back around. I could really see me and this girl being very close later on. But sometimes I think that's important for friendship, is to take like years off. The only friend I've like never taken years off with is my best friend Nissa. And And yeah, I mean, we talk like every other day, and she actually is moving down to Austin as well. I'm like, I love that. I'm like converting all of my friends to move here to Austin. So I'm like, this is great. Okay. So we did one email. Where are everybody at, by the way? Great. We're 20 minutes in, guys. I really want this show to be, kind of email focused and forward and really an advice show, obviously, and then talking about topics of the week. And I guess today's topic was friendship, but I really want to go over some emails with you guys. So if you want to email me, you can email it at feelingirliepod@gmail.com. And been getting more and more emails, but let's go with this first one. It looks... Oh, great. Okay. And I'm not going to say your guys' names because I'm sure you are all small town sluts who don't want to get exposed. Okay. Okay. First off, I love you. Thank you. Second, this is super long and I'm sorry. Don't apologize. I like details. So feel free. I mean, don't send like 12 pages, but I'm looking at this right now. It's a couple paragraphs. So that's not long. Let's just quickly talk about how like women, we got to stop saying I'm sorry, because and this is going to sound mean. I'm sick of hearing it. It's annoying. I don't want. I have friends who every time they move. I'm sorry. Stop saying so. Yeah, stop saying sorry. Stop saying sorry to men. You don't owe me an apology because you wrote into my podcast with the title "Sleeping with My Guy Best Friend." Don't apologize for that. This is what I want. This is what I asked for. Okay. Okay, so around May, my birthday, I was born May 12th. May 12th, 1994, so in Pittsfield, Massachusetts at 9:15 a.m. If there's any astrology girls who want to give me a free birth chart reading. Did you guys get that all down? Okay, so around May, my guy best friend and his ex-girlfriend officially called things off. But they had been fighting since March. He asked me at my birthday party if I was interested in him. I was drunk and kind of froze. I'd never thought of it, seriously. But I don't believe you. I don't believe you immediately. He asked you out, and also he was really laying down some track. He broke up in May, but in March he was like, "Are you interested in me?" While he had a girlfriend, and I was drunk, and I never thought about it. I kind of froze. I had a thought of it. I've never thought of it seriously, but we were like besties. Let me quickly just say this, and I'm directly going to steal this from, I'm not going to steal it, but I'm going to reference it. I'm a huge fan of the Guys We Fucked podcast. I've been listening weekly for 10 years. And as they say, no straight man wants to be your friend. And that's a direct quote from Christina Hutchinson and Corinne Fisher, who's running for mayor. If you live in New York City, vote Corinne Fisher for mayor. But you were not friends with this guy. He's been waiting to have sex with you. Okay. Or I'm sure you guys were friends, but like he was like, "Are you interested in me?" It's like, yeah, you can't trust men. Okay. You can't trust men in friendship. If there's a guy who's hanging out with you all the time, who's straight, and you're a pretty young girl, yeah, he would have sex with you. There's no if, ands, or but about it. You just have to ask. It's true, right, Ariel?
It's true, yeah.
Yeah, the guys who are lurking around, don't worry. Don't watch them, okay? They're not your friends. They're predators. They're predators who are like, I'm a good person. They're not.
They're pretending to be your friend.
And I've learned this all from Guys We Fuck, so I'm not stealing it. Okay. So the next time we hung out, I told him I was interested. Okay. Wait, what? The next time we hung out, okay, I'd never think, but we were like besties and we all hung out all the time. So I was like, sure. So the next time we hung out, I told him I was interested. This was not reciprocated. Why did you even ask? He asked you if you were interested in him. You then told him you were, and he goes, never mind, I'm not interested in you. That's probably because he had a girlfriend at the time and didn't want to seem like a bad guy, even though he is. Quick side note, when we were at Skankfest, which Skankfest is a comedy hellhole in Las Vegas that they have every single year with some of the worst people you'll ever meet in your entire life, I was talking to this ripped gay guy, and he like so hot, and we're talking, and obviously I'm only talking to him because he's like hot and gay, and he said something to me about like being straight, and I was like, oh no, I'm gay. He was like, you're gay? And I was like, yeah. He goes, I'm not interested in you. I was like, I didn't even say that. He goes, you're not my type. And I immediately, but then I found out that, I'm not going to say it. No, he likes to fuck like really fat guys and be like, oh, because he used to be fat. So it's like a power thing. And so I was like, oh, I'm too skinny for him. I've gained weight since. I can't tell if I'm like the most cancelable person ever. Okay, let's get back to this email. This was not reciprocated. Anyways, around 2 months later, I've gotten over it. It's water under the bridge. We go out of town. We're both super messed up. And he goes, remember how you said you would fuck me if I wasn't gay? Well, I'm not gay. First of all, I don't remember saying this, but I was super drunk. So I was like, sure. We keep fucking here and again, but every time they're... Okay. You don't have to apologize for it being long, but let's make sure we're reading these before we send them. There's the, what are we talking about? Let's do, and by the way, this is coming from someone who can't spell. I can't spell. Ask me to spell a word right now. Any word. Paragraph. Paragraph.
Are you for real?
Yeah. I think I have
way.
I think I have dyslexia.
There's not a U in.
It sounded like paragraph. Okay. Okay.
Is there a U? No.
Okay, let's go back to the email. Ariel, let's get back to the email. You're being so disrespectful. We keep fucking here and there, honey. I mean, but as I can't spell paragraph, I'm like, you're dumb. But every time there's the what are we talking, he's like, I can't commit because I'm graduating in May. His parents were divorced. Wait, I'm confused. You guys are fucking behind this girl's back? Because he says, okay, around May, my guy best friend and his ex officially broke up. But then we keep he's graduating in May. So you're the other woman. That's okay. I don't care about that kind of stuff. Meredith Grey was the other woman. Olivia Pope, the other woman. I've been the other woman. Not knowingly, but I hook up with guys off Grindr who probably have wives, and it's a huge issue. But I just don't ask questions. But not anymore. I'm changing my ways because I'm looking for love. But don't get mad at me for saying that. And gay stuff is different. If you're a girl and you're like, that's really bad. Well, this is gay world, and it's none of your business. Doing bad things and being like, you can't judge because you're not my gender or sexuality. Okay, his parents were divorced. The fuck that got to do with me? I'm too desirable. Obviously, I know that they're all bullshit excuses. I don't believe a word, but it's nice to fuck someone. I don't wish you would immediately evaporate when we're done, so I keep doing it. However, the sex is mostly on his terms because he gets super weird here and again because he can't do non-committal sex. And then he gets jealous if I go on dates, get hit on by anybody else, or have suitors. I don't know. He's just so hot and he's so hot and cold, and it's just like, I want you and no one else can have you, or like me and the bestie I would never fuck. I don't know what this means. And I know if he won't commit to me and we hang out all the time and the sex is good, there's something off about me he doesn't jive with, but he won't tell me what it is. I don't know what to do. Okay. You immediately did something that is very girl coded, which is like, well, he wants to fuck me and he likes being around me, but he clearly doesn't like something about me, so it's my fault. No, it's not your fault. It's like, number one, this guy sucks. He sounds like he's super controlling because it's like, also, he just got out of a relationship. You don't want to be with a guy, especially a guy that you like who just got out of a relationship, because that only means that you're a rebound. There's no way that he's going to be like, you know what? I just broke up with my girlfriend 2 months ago, and thank God I have this girl in my friend group who I can just now fuck, and she's going to be my wife. No, it's not going to happen. I think... Yeah, it's the sex is on his terms because you gave him all of the power. That whole thing in the beginning of like, are you interested in me? And then him testing the waters and then you being like, oh, I actually am. And he's like, oh, then I'm not. But then he's fucking you. It's like, it's all a game of power and control. He doesn't want you to go on dates with other guys. Well, he doesn't want to be your boyfriend. So what are we doing here? You know, he's not going to commit to you. This guy sucks. If you want to keep fucking him, that's fine. But you have to reorganize your thoughts about what this guy is. He's just a dick. He's just a piece of meat. He's not someone that you envision a future. After you come, you stand up, you put your pants on, you say like, I gotta go home. I have TV shows to watch. There's no reason to hang out. I just don't think it's a good option. Also, fucking your friend group is never gonna work. I mean, sometimes maybe it does, right? Ariel, what do you think?
I mean, yeah, it definitely probably makes things like uncomfortable. And
Do you think he's a good
complicated.
guy?
No, he sounds terrible.
Yeah, honey, there's two people in the room who think he sounds terrible. You're scaring us because I'm really scared. You can't see, but my whole body is shaking on camera. You can't see me right now. I'm shaking. I can't breathe because I go, this girl's in trouble. I'm sure he's hot. Oh, you know what, guys? Start sending me start sending me pictures, because sometimes girls are like, he's so hot, and then they send a picture and you go like, are you blind? He's ugly. So if you are going to email me, which I really hope you guys do, I hope I'm not being too mean. And they're like, I'm not going to email you. You just told me I suck. But send me pictures of you and the guys that we're talking about so I can really comment, because that will be so fun. Okay, yeah. You're never going to get what you want from him. He's giving you the bare minimum, but he's also trying to be controlling. So it's like, and also, you just don't want to date this guy. I'm telling you, I know in your heart, you're probably thinking, oh, I really want to date this guy. You also sound a little younger, which is fine. You're graduating college. You're probably like 21. There are going to be so much hotter guys. And honestly, I can feel it. And don't take this the wrong way. I'm a little bit psychic. This friend group is going to implode. After college, you're going to look back and be like, I don't even know. Like I was talking with friendships. You're going to be like, I don't even know these people. But it is very young in college to be like, oh no, we're all friends. But you're going to get older and realize that these weren't real friends. And you're going to meet some really nice girl in like a pottery class. And you guys are going to be like, now that's a friend. Okay. Yeah. So you don't know what to do. Stop fucking him. Or like I said, do you think
don't expect anything.
But it's so hard for women to take that emotion out of sex. I think women need that.
Yeah, we need like emotional connection.
Yeah,
well,
like
some girls don't. It depends on the girl.
Yeah, that's true. I guess I think they always end up wanting it not to be like sexist. Like I think I can have sex with guys I don't care about. Like I truly, like I leave their house and I go like, why did I even do that? You know what I mean? This is what I wanted to like let girls know, and I don't mean this like in a mean way. Like men will have sex if it's available. It's like dogs with food. They will eat the whole bag even when they're not hungry. So I mean that. It's not, and so and I think with women sometimes and I have this too because I was socialized female. Like I want to feel special sometimes. Men don't care about specialness. If he wanted to, he would. I'm telling you, he would. If he would fuck you, and then he would fuck your best friend if he could. Don't ever trust him. Men are like dogs with food. They'll eat when they're not hungry. I actually thought that was like kind of beautiful.
That was a really good analogy.
Okay, yeah. So let's move on to the next email. Once again, if you want to email me, it's at feelingirliepod@gmail.com. Okay. Hi, I know my name is in the email, but I'd like to keep my name anonymous. LOL, if that's possible. For the sakes that you can call me Murphy. Okay.
Like from Interstellar. Right?
Oh, maybe. I guess if I was a girl, I wouldn't be like, call me Murphy. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not like, it's not giving like pretty, but you have like oh, you are pretty though. You have a picture. Oh, yeah, you're pretty. You're also on the beach. Is this Cape Cod? It looks like Cape Cod. It's giving East Coast. Okay. By the way, she's like, how did you see my picture? It's like, it's attached to your email, babe. Okay. Hi, so my name's Murphy. Bullshit. I'm 20, and although that is very like the younger generations, our moms were all like feminists, and not mine. My mom was a feminist, I guess, but she's more like, where's my boyfriend? But women who had kids, you're like 20, your mom was probably like, I'm gonna name my daughter like Murphy. Okay, that's not even your name. I'm pretty sure you're the love of my life. If you weren't gay, I'm sure we would be engaged by now. If I was straight, I don't think I would be a good guy. I just quickly, like, if you guys are wondering, if I wasn't gay, I'm 6'5", I'd be dogging you girls out. If you think that I'm like you guys like me because I'm gay. If I was 6'5", are you joking? I would be like the man, okay? I say that all the time. They're gonna hate this. Anyways, my we would be engaged by now. But thank you so much, and I actually feel a deep connection with you as well. Don't know her. I've never been with a guy taller than me. I've actually never dated anyone, period. But I've never kissed or done anyone with anyone taller than me. I'm 6'1", so I'll admit it's a hard tree to climb. But what the fuck am I thinking? My lowest was 5'6", and he wasn't hot or hung. Rough to be the 5'6" who wasn't hot or hung. Could you imagine he's listening to this? He's like, not hot or hung, you know? But also quick, sometimes, just to throw this out there, I love when a guy is like super hot with like a small little dick. I think it's so cute. I do. I think it's so cute when like really hot guys are like have like a little 5-inch dick. I love it. Is that mean?
No, I think that's the opposite of mean. I think they would love to hear that.
Yeah, I agree. I'm always like when they pull down their pants, I'm always like, oh my God, you're so cute. Okay. I need to get a grip, but I also feel like tall guys don't want tall girls, but I'm literally a catch. I don't get it. I'm a D1 swimmer going to law school. I'm inheriting my grandma's ring in my parents' house, so I literally come with many perks. I'm like a whole ass resort. Height is just a number. If I hear everyone's the same height laying down one more time, I'll crash out. Okay, love you so much. Okay, Murphy.
She does sound amazing.
Ariel. I'm not saying she doesn't sound amazing, but you are qualifying yourself in a way that's saying that like I deserve love because I am a D1 swimmer. And I think women kind of do this. They like put all of their checks in a box of like, well, I'm inheriting my mom's ring and I have a house. And it's like, those are not reasons that guys, I mean, not to sound rude, you just gave me all the reasons that you said that you're a catch had to do with what you're inheriting, what you have, you know, material wise, and what you do. I didn't hear anything about your personality, that you're funny, you're a good hang. I'm sure you are, but you writing those things, these D1 swimmers, I'm going to get my parents' house. I'm getting my grandmother's ring. Like maybe you come from money. That's amazing. But you didn't say like anything about your personality, which to me says that you're looking at what you have to offer completely wrong. Like, and I know your issue in this email is that you haven't slept or been with someone. And also, I think it said you're 20. You've never been in a relationship? Not a big deal. I'm 30. I've never been in a real relationship. And I don't even think that's a problem. I think people focus so much on relationships. And when you have that thing in you that says like, oh, I've never been in a relationship, it makes you accept relationships with bare minimums, which is why you just said, I'm a D1 swimmer. I'm getting my grandmother's ring. I have this house. I have a lot to offer. It's like, but you should number one, wait to be in a relationship until you find someone that you really, really want to be in a relationship with. And yeah, I also understand that being a 6'1" woman sucks. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. And I'm sure it's fine and it's gorgeous, but it is an insecurity. And I get it because, you know, I've been an overweight gay man and it just is what it is. I think, I mean, you're clearly gorgeous. You are an athlete. Height doesn't matter. And you're right. Those guys who are 6'5", they're looking to bang girls who are like 5'3". I don't know what's up with that. They're sick little pigs. You know what you need to do is I'm like, why do you even want to be like the Ariel? How tall are you?
5'1".
She's 5'1", and I'm sure and her boyfriend Josh, how tall are you?
5'10".
Look at that. She's not begging for height. Okay, she's. But I'm sure those 6'5" guys want Ariel more than you know because they like that like weird height difference. It's giving pedophile. I understand wanting to date someone your height or maybe being tall, and I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. I'm just going off context clues. Maybe like you would be able to feel a little bit more feminine or with a guy who's like 6'5", who's taller than you. And I totally get that because I just get it. And I think that's completely fine. But I think that like you have to be more comfortable in in your body, and the fact that you're 6'1", it's like, yeah, you should maybe be so open to, I mean, it sounds like you are open to shorter guys, but really learn to accept it. Am I wrong, Ariel? What do you think?
No, I agree. There's definitely guys out there who don't care. I mean, look at Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner.
Yeah, know? Exactly. I think just being more comfortable in I'm telling you, height doesn't matter. I know some guys who are 6'5". Most of the guys I know who are like taller, they are dumb as rocks. They really are. How many straight guys do you know that are 6'5" that like just get so many girls who are like, he's an awful person. One of our really close friends, his name's Matt Ross. Oh my God, that is for like so few people. Look up him. No, don't. Do you think he'd be mad that I said that? No. But it's like he doesn't even have to try. You know what I mean? And it's because he's tall. Get a guy who's 5'10", who like worships you and loves that you're 6'1". And I'm telling you, it is look for personality. I know that sucks, but some of these guys who are like 5'9" have huge cocks. You have to remember that. Height shouldn't matter. Cock size should matter. Okay. I get shot. There's like a sniper in the bushes. It's like a short guy who's like, hey, we all deserve love. I'm like, okay. But you know what? I hear you, and it sucks being in a body that doesn't necessarily conform to societal standards of feminine or pretty and I'm not saying that I believe that kind of stuff, but I'm saying that I'm sure that this is something you've dealt with, right? I feel like my taller girlfriends, they've always kind of said like, it sucks because then I can't wear heels, and I think you just have to live in the body that you're in, which is the advice that people give to me. And whenever they say it, I think, fuck you. You know, like it sucks. But I think you're going to be fine. You're 20 years old. You're an athlete. You're going to have some like, by the way, give it 2 years from now, you're going to be dating someone who's like 6'7", who's dogging you out in the bedroom and telling you that they love you and giving you nose kisses. So I'm not... Murphy, I'm not worried about you at all. Everything's going to be fine. And when you're 20, it feels like the world's about to end. Not to be like the 30-year-old gay man who's like, you're going to get a little bit older and things are going to change and you're going to get more comfortable in your skin. Because I hated hearing that when I was 20. True. It's so true. It sucks because like when I was 20, I was like, no, I actually know how things are. And it's like, you just get older and there is a shift. And I know that's the worst advice to give, but it's also the truth. So... if you're pissed at me, unfollow. Okay. Where are we at? 40. Can I do one more email?
Keep going. You can keep going.
Okay, so we'll do one more email. And then, yeah. So I'm not going to give you guys names once again, but when I was 19 years old, this is a new email. Murphy, I love you. I mean, was I too mean about the 6'1" stuff?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. I know, but I get nervous with women's feelings. If he, I just, not all of them, but like, you know, that's like why I won't sleep with a woman. I would be more interested. Not that I like necessarily want to, but I like wouldn't because of women's feelings. Okay. With men, I'll have sex with them and be like, I don't care if he lives or dies. Okay. That's not true. Guys, I'm a comedian. So if you're being like, wow, Dylan's harsh. Yeah, I'm harsh. Okay. I should figure out a segment of like an If I Was a Girl segment to close the show on. Well, that's going to come. This podcast is going to change. Okay. Or maybe we'll stay the exact same. Don't expect too much. Okay. When I was 19, this ugly man, okay. Immediately with the insults. I love it. When I was 19, this ugly man wanted to sleep with me. Classic story for a girl. When you're a girl, there's always an ugly man that wants to have sex with you. It's really a nightmare. This is at my old job. I'm 23 now. I had worked at a Pizza Hut. I worked at Papagino's on the highway, so I really feel you here. And there was always like shift leads. If you're a shift leader, you're like an instant loser. But and I've been a shift leader, but like there was always like older shift leaders that I always wanted to like have sex with me, and I would be like, oh my God, how crazy it would be if we had sex in like the stock room. I was working at Pizza Hut, and I had a friend whom it always shocks me when people know what the difference between who and whom. I've never used whom. Okay. I had a friend whom I will name Bridget. This ugly man's name will be Cuck. Oh, okay. Another girl will be named Sarah. Bridget. Okay, there's a lot of names. Bridget was my best friend. I was still in high school when I got the job, 17, and Bridget was a few years older than me, and we met at the job. There is something so special about being underage, working at a job, and having friends who are like in their 20s, because those are the most toxic people you will ever meet in your entire life. I was like 16 years old, working at Papagino's on the highway, hanging out with these two girls named Jess and Donna, and they would like take me and we'd like smoke weed and like hang. They're 28, I'm 16, and I was like, these girls are some of my best friends. It's like I'm now look back, I'm like, could you imagine if there was like a 16-year-old hanging out here? I'd be like, this is insane. Okay, so Bridget was a few years older than me when we met. However, I was 19 in this story. Me and Bridget would make each other laugh, and we would collapse into each other's arms in fits of giggles. Lesbians. Every time we worked together. She was pretty, and I was a boss-ass bitch. Cuck was 27-year-old man who worked as a delivery driver and lived with his mom. I've had crushes on guys like that. He also had a young daughter. Cuck and Bridget got close and started sleeping with each other. I was disgusted by Cuck. He looked like he watched anime in his room and always smells like sweaty ballsack, yells at his mom for standing in the TV because she's sweeping, and has an ass crack full of shit because he thinks he's wiping his ass properly is gay. Oh my God. And by the way, this is giving I'm a lesbian, I'm in love with Bridget, and I hate that this guy's fucking my girlfriend. And he did watch anime. One time I posted on my Snapchat story a post that said, "Men will find it unattractive when girls say bra." And I posted it as a joke because everyone knows I say bra all the time. Cuck replied and said, "Yeah, it is unattractive and doesn't look good on you." I was thinking the audacity of this ogre-looking, booger-picking motherfucker. I replied to his message with bra. He didn't even respond to that. Anyways, Sarah... The people who don't apologize for how long the emails are always send the longest ones. Anyway, Sarah shows up, new hire, and Bridget and Cuck are fighting because he slept with Sarah. Weird, because they aren't even together. They are friends with benefits. That's what Bridget told me. And Bridget was cheating on her boyfriend with Cuck anyways. Okay, you're way too involved in these people's lives. And also remember, you were working at a Pizza Hut. Not to be disrespectful, but like, this is crazy. I love that all the Pizza Hut employees are just all fucking each other. It's like you just you're like, I just wanted to go for the fucking salad. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, whatever. Are Pizza Huts even open anymore?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. We had one in my small town, but it closed. Bridget becomes all moody and shit for weeks. One day, Bridget has a smug look on her face, and she tells me that Sarah confessed to Chuck that she loved him while they were all fucking. Cuck would later on send screenshots to Bridget of him texting Sarah that he's in love with Bridget and Sarah was no one special to him. Sarah would eventually quit a few days later. Yeah, you when the delivery driver fucks you and tells all the girls there that he loves them, they usually don't like that. Several months later, Bridget is pregnant with her boyfriend's baby and leaves her job. Cuck is giving me glances after she leaves. He makes small talk with me frequently, and I tolerate his repulsive presence. One day, I show up in my work uniform. I had a regular black shirt on. He gives me a note slyly one day that read, "You look good," with a heart drawn on it. Oh, Cuck's coming for you. Bitch, your dick is probably made of motor oil from how disgusting you look with clothes on. I wanted to barf and avoid talking to him at all. Like I steered a clear 6 foot from him at all points. Later, I quit, not because of him, but because of one of the managers was hitting on me. You sound really pretty. I'll be honest, everybody wants to have sex with you. I mean, you're working at Pizza Hut. This is crazy. I mean, wow. Also, I'm really sorry you had to deal with that in your workplace. Sometimes I forget that, like, as a gay man, like, I'm like, I don't kind of get that attention, that, like, kind of female attention that like, women get. And I know for you guys, it's so scary. But for me, I'd be like, oh, my God, stop. All the guys at Pizza Hut want to fuck me. And he scared me. Yeah, of course, because Bridget quit. She mentioned that she overheard the manager talking to a teen boy while working. Oh my God. And that he said women enjoy being physically abused in relationships because they are naturally submissive. Weird. Well, no, that's not weird. It's wrong, and bad. I have a feeling his goal was to sleep with every woman at his job so he can feel good about himself or something. Anyways, I hope this makes it into the podcast. I hope my story made sense. By the way, I don't talk to Bridget anymore because her being a mommy just changed everything. No hate to her at all, though. Thanks. Okay. I love that you're like, well, and then Bridget had a kid and I didn't want to hang out with her anymore. That's so funny. Yeah, and I mean, like, this sounds like classic shitty job behavior where everybody starts having sex with each other. Yeah, I mean, like, that's the other thing is when you work at jobs where, like, teens are allowed to work, predators like working there too to try to, like, have sex with the young girls. And this is really just a peace of mind for girls. Don't have sex with guys just because they tell you you're pretty. It's probably one of the, right? It's like I feel like so many girls fall into that trap, like, and maybe they're feeling bad about themselves or they're going through a breakup, and then the delivery driver, the 27-year-old delivery driver at Pizza Hut you work with every day, and you have to be so careful about workplace romances because guys who are dog shit ugly and bad people will all of a sudden grow on you, and you go, how is this happening? He's literally disgusting. But you're working at Pizza Hut, and maybe your friends from high school are all at college and you're not, and you're kind of feeling lonely, and then this guy with, like, I guess cute eyes but like pimples all over his face, but if you took away the pimples maybe he's good looking. thinks I'm pretty. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden you're getting dogged out in the back of his delivery car. It's like, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? Like, you have to remind yourself not to sleep with losers. And it's so hard because they're so persistent. But, yeah, I mean, great story. It sounds like you are an absolute mess, which I love, and I'm glad that you got out of Pizza Hut, and I'd be interested. And I wish you guys sent pictures. I think it would I would love to know what everybody looks like. And also, like, I know really hot guys who watch anime, so I don't think we should attack that just for that. I would never date somebody who like loved anime because they talk about it too much. Right? Am I wrong? What are we at?
They're usually like loud about how they love anime.
No, they're quietly. They're always like, but what are we at time wise? 50. All right. Well, I think that's good. I do want to give a couple of I wanted to, so something you guys don't know about me, and I want to end every show with this, is that I have my finger on the pulse of up and coming women in music. And I listen to music every single day, and I only listen to music from girls, and I'm constantly looking for new albums. And so I want to give a shout out to the album that I've been listening. I'm going to give a new album and artist every single week. It's going to be my girl of the week, my singer of the week. And this week it's going to be Angie McComb and her album Light, Dark, and Light Again. I also messaged her on TikTok. I have not heard back. Listen to this album. It is literally so good. It's for people who like Phoebe Bridgers or sad stuff, or people who like, I don't know. It's really good. It's like a mix of Phoebe Bridgers and Maggie Rogers. And I also think she's English. Yeah. So if you want to email me, it's at feelingirliepod at gmail.com. And yeah, the videos will keep coming. We have some more fun, exciting stuff. And do me a favor and stay girly. Have a good night. Bye.